Hello everyone, and welcome back to Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. Previously, Lemira was able to make a great argument for herself and for Maki, but unfortunately there's no hard, concrete proof of any of it. And now Darian Crescent, the newly accused murderer, and also a detective/band member of the Governors, is putting his foot down and saying that there's no proof, and that Lemira is just lying, full stop. And now, we need to prove that she isn't. We need some decisive evidence, so this question is what he's asking. The shooting took place during the second set. If you're so sure, let's see your proof. Well, I did have one idea. Darian's own mistake during the performance, which would be the mixing board, this one. Yeah, at some point during the second set, Darian flubbed his guitar. Wait, was he a secondary guitarist or the bassist? I think he was like a secondary guitar guy. But if we say that the mixing board is why, that would just be implying that Darian messed up something in the song, and there'd be very little reason to connect it to the shooting. Let's see. Man, I'll admit I didn't really think much about this puzzle in between videos. I'm recording this a day after the last video. I guess we'll start with the mixing board and see what that gets us. Objection! Really? Wow, even though that was my best idea, I'm actually genuinely surprised that worked. It seems there was clear proof left behind. Right here in Lemira's song. Her song? What exactly is this, device thingy? A new variety of gramophone, perhaps? How old is he? Come on, we just used this. And don't get me started on gramophone. This device was used to record the performance part by part. You move the sliders to adjust the volume. Each instrument is adjustable separately, Lemira's voice included. Oh, but what does this prove? According to Lemira's testimony, at the moment of the shooting, she forgot the words to the song. Ah, you intend to examine the recording at that moment, yeah? You might even hear those gunshots. Exactly. Wait a second, hold on, let's look at this ourselves. Didn't Darian's flub happen near the end? Hold on. I need to touch it. Yeah, let's hear from here. Yeah, the flub happened there. Which one was it? I want to say... Actually, if we do this... That's the drums. I'm interested in hearing the piano. No, nothing sounds weird about that. Well, whatever. I'm sure the game is about to explain it to us. Huh, ridiculous. How are you supposed to hear gunshots back in that dressing room out on stage? Have you forgotten, Darian? We were all wearing these headsets. Oh. We were all deeply involved in a performance. But Lemura's headset would have picked up what she heard all the same. Oh! Right! Now I really want to look. Hold up. It's number 1, right? I want to say? Wait. Yup. Wow, good lord, was that there the entire time? Oh my god. I bet it was. This is gonna be a... If anyone ever replays this case, this is gonna be a particularly fun one to replay. Because there's so much you can see your first time through that's like, yep, that was always there. Then let's get to analyzing that recording. Right now. Lemura stopped singing when she heard the shots fired. Find that spot, and I'll find the gunshot. Locate the gunshot. Well, I already did. Here? Am I supposed to do something else? The usual buttons aren't working. Maybe we just play from the start. After all, that was only one gunshot. Oh, wait, that was one bullet. What the hell? Okay. I'm not sure what the game wants me to do here. Hello? Oh. Oh, I see. Okay. Your Honor, listen closely to this part. This is the track with Lemura's vocals. I did hear something there, yes. Why, it sounded like a gunshot. What? This has to be some kind of mistake. Oh my god, it's so floppy. I believe a case has been made. Gunshots were heard during the second set, which means Lemura's testimony was true. Grah. Order. So she was telling the truth about what she heard. It was the other man speaking, not Mr. Lettuce. Well, what did he say? It's over. Press the switch now. Just after that, there was a gunshot. And then the guitar caught on fire. Detective Crescent, you weren't on stage during the second set. You could have done it. Oh, right, so the second guitarist wouldn't have been on that recording, right? But why did we only hear one gunshot on the recording? Weren't 2 bullets fired from this weapon? Lemira was moving through the air vent, Your Honor. She must not have been close enough for her mic to catch the first shot. But then, as she passed over the dressing room, the gun fired again, and Mr. Letus's life was taken. Well, Detective Crescent? Once again I am reminded of something. Our performance that day. Your performance? Seeing the mixing board jogged my memory. You were there too, Air Forehead. Yeah, that's why I was so confused. Clavier was totally chewing out Darian about the flub. But how could he have flubbed if he wasn't there on that second set? What gives? What is it with today? Problem after problem, locked on. My hog won't start, my guitar case is busted. My guitar has been burnt to a crisp, and to top it all off, someone's dead. And there was that performance just now. What was that all about? This part is off. Which is that? Second guitar. It was you, Darian. I thought it strange at the time. How could you miss such a simple cue? I know you, I know how you play. You're better than that. Yeah, well, You what? And Prosecutor Gavin, what are you getting at? I'm talking about the murder weapon. Mr. Letus's .45 caliber hand cannon. As we have learned, even the shooter doesn't go unscarred with a revolver that size. Yo! Do we need to take a very careful, close look at Darian's hands? The kickback is enough to dislocate your shoulder, if you're an amateur. Wait, you mean his playing was affected because he hurt himself shooting that revolver? You're forgetting something. Yes, Detective Crescent? I'm a trained police officer, you know. I've had firearms training, plenty of it. I'm no amateur. The standard sidearm issued to police officers is a .38 caliber weapon. 38? Oh, right. A much tamer beast. Also, the murder weapon belonged to the victim, Mr. Letus, which suggests there was a struggle between the killer and victim. So, the killer might not have been holding the revolver correctly when he fired. Is that what you mean? The thought had occurred to me, yes. Well, does the witness have anything to say to this? Detective Crescent! Wow, 3 exclamation points. What I want to ask is what Mr. Sleeves Rolled Up Ready for Action has to say. Hey, you, attorney. Me? Exactly which piece of your evidence is decisive again? You got a little noise on a tape that could be anything. And you have an alleged guitar cue missed due to a .45 caliber kickback. I weep for this case, Gavin, I really do. You can line up your little weak pieces of evidence all you want. I didn't shoot that manager. And that's the obvious truth. The witness has a point. The defense's arguments, while persuasive, are not decisive. I believe we should hear what the witness has to say in response to the case so far. Your testimony, please, Detective Crescent. Tell us your reasons why you couldn't have done it. Proof of innocence. This is gonna be good. Come on! Why should I even want to kill that manager? You want a reason? Easy. I got no motive, man. This was that diva's first trip to this country, right? How could I possibly know her manager? If I didn't know him, why would I want to kill him? A simple reason, indeed. Prosecutor Gavin, is it the case that Mr. Latouche had not been to our country before? According to our records, yes. Not even once. I see. Very well. Mr. Justice, you may begin the cross-examination. Great. Now I need to find a motive. Well, we can get Darian on not meeting him before, because didn't Clavier say that the whole band went to go meet with Lemire? A gift from Lemire sent from Virginia. Oh, that's not really that decisive. I've noticed a rule of thumb in Ace Attorney. The descriptions of the evidence is the exact thing you want to look at. Usually. Well, we could say the replica. It could be that Darian smuggled out the cocoon. Oh man, that would be a happy ending. If Darian was the one being investigated here only for maybe smuggling out the cocoon on his visit to Virginia, and maybe, Maki just flew completely under the radar. And in fact, Interpol or Virginia itself have no reason to suspect him. That would be really funny. And would also be a really easy explanation for a happy ending here. Well, anyway, I think it's best we press everything. Come on, why would I even want to kill that manager? Her manager, sure, but Mr. Latouche was... Oh, right, sorry, an Interpol agent, wasn't he? I just have trouble picturing that big lunk as an undercover cop, you dig? Not a very good one, seeing how he got wasted. Well, that's insensitive. That's cold, dog. Wow, that dated this. Dude, does anyone say dog these days? Like, anyone? Not that it matters either way. See, I had no reason to kill the man, whatever he was. You want a reason? Easy. I got no motive, man. But that's the same for Maki. No motive was proven for him. Come on, he traveled around the world with that old fart. He had plenty of time to come up with a motive of his own. Ugh. More than I sure did. I mean, think about it. This was that diva's first trip to this country, right? Darian, you're a detective with international affairs? Yeah, what of it? Even if this was Mr. Latouche's first trip to this country, you still could have met him prior to the concert. Huh? Or don't you take any international trips in international affairs? That's right. Well, Detective Crescent? That's your game, is it? Guess I'd better confess then. Confess? Yeah. It's a bit of an embarrassment, but I've never been sent overseas. What? But you're an international... See, me and Plains got a difference of opinion. We don't like each other very much. My condolences, Air Forehead, but he's telling the truth. Oh, well, there goes my theory. He's never set foot outside the country, I can guarantee it. As it turns out, my division has plenty of work to do locally as well. Okay, new theory. Darian was Maki's buyer. That's so unfair. Wait, did I just skip that dialogue? Oh well. Probably wasn't important. How could I possibly know her manager? So you didn't fraternize with him at all during the concert? Fraternize? Ha! I don't think we exchanged a single word. As if anyone who would want to talk to that old Eastern blockhead. Want to talk to that old Eastern blockhead? Now the ladies, that's a different matter altogether. So, you see, if I didn't know him, why would I want to kill him? You sure about that? What? What? Wipe that look off your face before I do it for you. Listen, you try throwing out one of your wild accusations. I'll throw it back at you so hard you'll forget who you're accusing of what. Air forehead, perhaps it's best if you let your evidence do the talking, yeah? Man, what evidence? That's what I want to know. So, he's using this motive question as ammunition, huh? Well, I've got ammunition too. Evidence. You want the reason easy? I got no motive. How could I possibly know her manager? If I didn't know him, why would I want to kill him? A possible motive. Yeah, I don't think we need to prove why he would want to kill him. We just need to prove why someone would want to kill Latus. We start with the motive of why anyone could possibly want to kill Romain Latus, and then work backwards from there to fit Darian into that straw man. So, that's my best guess. Latus was here in search of these. This could be why you would want to kill him. I think I nailed it. My logic. Your Honor, take a look at this. What's that? Looks like candy. It's not. Don't lick it, please. Detective Crescent, ever seen this? Looks like a piece of candy. What it is evidence. Don't lick it before you try it. Specifically, this is a replica of a cocoon. It was found among the victim's belongings. A cocoon? Never seen one that color. It is a variety only found in the Republic of Virginia. Nowhere else. Alright, but what is this cocoon replica doing in my courtroom? Surely this has nothing to do with the motive for killing Mr. Latus. Does it? It does. Wait, I think it does. You don't sound so confident, man. A cocoon. Is it one of those silky cocoons? The kind that you can make, well, silk out of? Not this one. This cocoon makes a powerful curative. A curative? For what? Apparently, it is most efficacious at treating a disease thought incurable. It is the only medicine of its kind. However, it is illegal to take one of these healing cocoons out of Virginia. And that is the most fucked up thing in the freaking entire franchise, man. What the hell? Whatever for? If it's such a miracle cure, why not share it with the world? Yeah, that's what I've been wondering. We looked into the matter at some length. Apparently, it isn't difficult at all to manufacture the remedy from the cocoon. Yet, if you change the process only slightly, you can easily make a large quantity of something else entirely. A deadly poison, in fact. Oh. Yeah, that... Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Still, I just really hope Virginia isn't holding a stranglehold on the processed medicine and is selling it on the cheap. What? There was an incident several years ago where some of these got out onto the black market. Knowing this franchise, I'm gonna bet that ties into the case that Phoenix got disbarred for. Mark my words. It caused quite the commotion on the global community, though the media was kept largely unaware. Intriguing. Oh, wait. Wasn't that case that Phoenix got disbarred from highly publicized? Maybe not. All this has led to a strict ban on the cocoon's export. One rigidly enforced by Interpol, among others. Interpol? Right. The victim, Romain Latouche, was an Interpol agent. Detective Crescent, you insist on referring to him as a manager. But that is misleading. Romain Latouche wasn't killed as a manager. He was killed as an undercover agent. So I was trying to smuggle the gumball into the country? That what you're trying to say? I'm saying that could very well be a motive for murder. Oh, so I was going to sell it on the black market, making myself a pretty penny. Ridiculous. I mean, totally unthinkable. Unthinkable, you say? Why? Perhaps it's time for another testimony about this smuggling of cocoons business. International Affairs got a memo about these cocoons. Interpol's all hot and bothered about them. Can't sell them on the black market. Too dangerous. Yeah, cocoon smuggling ain't exactly lucrative anymore. Man, I'm in International Affairs. I know the deal. This sounds like a job for the bracelet. I feel like that. Indeed. Interpol wanted these cocoons bad enough to send Mr. Latouche undercover. You kids think of the craziest things. But no way am I going to risk life and limb just to get my hands on some dirty cocoon money. Not the most noble of statements, but duly noted. According to the reports, these cocoons top Interpol's list. Selling them to an underground organization would be risky. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. This is the only motive I've got. He was up to something, and I'm going to find out what. International Affairs got a memo about these cocoons. Wow, no bracelet. Okay. We'll probably have to press and get something new. That memo. That's how you knew about the cocoons. Oh, nice one, nice one. I'm running scared now. You had to know about the cocoons to plan this. Just how well known are the cocoons? I'm embarrassed to admit it, but I'd never heard of them. Well, Lemira knew about them, though not their use. My reports indicate that there are ongoing efforts to control information about the cocoons. Most people only know they're illegal to export, that's all. Then I've got nothing to be embarrassed about after all. You could say people like me who know about them are a minority, yeah. That includes everyone in International Affairs, man. And everyone in Interpol too, for that matter, yeah. Interpol's all hot and bothered about him. So there are other Interpol agents like Mr. Latouche? Yes, Apollo. Yes. All over the world, likely. Deep undercover, most of them. That's why these cocoons are too hot for the black market. You don't want Interpol sniffling through your wares. Most came to the conclusion that... can't sell them on the black market. Too dangerous. Dangerous? Yeah, Interpol finds you, they arrest you on the spot. Or another marketeer might think you're part of a sting and take you out himself. Times have changed. Yeah, cocoon smuggling ain't exactly lucrative anymore. But wouldn't scarcity drive up prices? Yeah, and attention. Every gangster and his brother would want a piece of that action. They'd turn your forehead into Swiss cheese before you could say objection. Now that's a very colorful way to say shoot you in the head. Maybe we could get them to cut his hair too. Who's on trial here again? Man, you so obviously know nothing about the market. And that's a bad thing? Don't even try to mess with me about this stuff. Man, I'm in international affairs. I know the deal. Which is why you'd know how to find a loophole in the system. Hey, you can say what you want about me, but back off of international affairs. There ain't no loopholes, okay? What do you think we are, Boy Scouts? That wasn't what I was trying to, Down, Darian. It's as you say. There are no loopholes, at least in the case of these cocoons. International Affairs, Interpol, and Borginian Customs are all watching. See, we know what we're doing. Not like some yipping little doggies that lap up every word that Diva says. Why, I oughta... Oughta what? You want some of this? Chill, both of you. Let's do this cool, yeah? Ah, screw cool. I want this guy's head on a stick. Whoa! Jeez. Things are getting violent in this court. The replica has to be the key to his motive. There's got to be a way to find out what he was up to. Wow, I really need to figure out what to do here with the evidence. Really? Okay, well, that's bad because, boy, I have no ideas. Okay, so out of all these sentences here, which is even valid to contradict in the first place? Okay, there's simply nothing new about, nothing to say about that. Yeah, sure, that's fine. Yeah, sure, that's fine, but I don't know. Maybe this crossed arms and looking to the side is like his tell? Okay, if we look at everything... Let's look at everything. You know, really the only evidence we have relating to the cocoons is the cocoon itself, so maybe Apollo was literal. We could say maybe that you can't sell them, but you can still use them? Maybe you can use that newspaper article as a backup. Yeah. Can't sell them on the black market. Can't sell them on the black market, too dangerous. Look, when you contradict something, it's always, no, that's wrong, and this is why. It's never, yes, that's correct, but also... Which is what this would be if I tried to say, yeah, but you can't sell them, but you can use them. It's not lucrative anymore. Not lucrative anymore, does... Crap. Well, I have one singular idea, so if this doesn't work, I'm in big trouble. Yeah, okay. Thought so. The replica has to be the key to his motive. There's gotta be a way to find out what he was up to. Okay, this is the game straight up telling me to use the replica, but maybe not just on that sentence. Wait, which one did I do? Was it this one or that one? Wait. Am I stupid? Wait. Doesn't the existence of this replica itself just counter this argument completely? If it isn't lucrative anymore, then why would Romain Latouche be sent out to track down a replica? God, I don't like this, but... Yeah, okay. Crap. Oh man, I'm in trouble. Interpol's hot all... Wait. How would International Affairs know that Interpol's all hot and bothered about them? Man, oh jeez. What'd I do? You're in International Affairs, I know the deal. Is this what I counter? I know the deal? Oh, God. Okay, I did this a few times in the trilogy, but here in Apollo Justice, it's time for me to look something up, because I am genuinely stuck. Okay? That's how it is. Okay. Apparently you present a certain evidence on this line. Can't sell them on the black market, too dangerous. And that evidence is the newspaper article. Article about the Chief Justice's son who was inflicted with incuritis. First case in country. What? What? How was this connected? What? Objection! Why? Why not choose a less dangerous buyer then? I would? Oh my god, is it trying to say that you would try to sell it to a hospital? What? Ah, yes, Darian Crescent, detective, selling an illegal substance to a hospital. This is really what I'm supposed to think? I'm mad. I'm very mad. I'm really mad. How clueless are you? Everyone in the market's dangerous. The second they found out I was a cop, I could kiss my keister goodbye. Why sell to a black market buyer? How about someone like this? That article, that's about the Chief Justice's. A deadly poison can be extracted from the cocoon, but so can a cure. And not a cure for just any disease, a cure for incuritis. Incuritis? I've heard of that somewhere. You went to visit a victim of the disease this morning. Aha! Why, that's a disease the Chief Justice's son has. You aren't saying... Our witness is a detective. He would have contact with the Chief Justice. You are saying... the Chief Justice would never deal in contraband? Not even to save his own son's life? But even if the deal went through, why, it'd be an international scandal. That's Detective Crescent's insurance. If word ever got out, the one with his neck on the line would be the Chief Justice. Detective Crescent, is this true? I'll tell you what this is. This is bullshit. I don't follow this logic of what the game wanted me to do here. Man. First I'm a murderer. Now I'm a smuggler. How many crimes are you gonna try and pin on me anyway? Well, your worst crime of all was that hairstyle. Distasteful as it is to think about if the Chief Justice were the buyer, why, a seller couldn't hope for a better deal. A very cowardly seller. Don't let sleeves over there trick you. So I made a deal with the Chief Justice. Where's your proof? Oh, well... Oh yeah, you're forgetting one other important thing. Do tell. Interpol isn't the only ones out there watching this. Virginian Customs barely sleeps. They're so worried about cocoons getting out. So we were informed. Let's continue with the cross-examination. Virginian Customs is very thorough. Everything and everyone gets checked. Not everything. Oh, the guitar, that was a gift from the mirror. Clavier had this sent with his special... detectiving, prosecuting privileges. He had it shipped as evidence. Yo. Objection! Oh yeah, bingo. Actually, there is one way. What? One way to get something out of the country, no checks. What is it? You became a prosecutor. Oh, you become a prosecutor. A prosecutor? Oh. I don't believe it. Believe it, Prosecutor Gavin. What was it that you told me yesterday at your office? It was a beautiful instrument. It was played lovingly for many years. A guitar befitting a woman like Lemire. How did it end up here? I mentioned how much I enjoyed playing it that night, and she made a present of it. So this guitar is from Virginia? That it is. We couldn't carry it on the plane. Changes in air pressure and humidity ruined the wood. So we vacuum packed it in Lemura's studio. I used a special shipping service available to me for transporting goods, evidence. They brought it right up to my office for me. Pristine and untouched. Did I get that right, Prosecutor Gavin? Untouched? Quite. The guitar was wrapped in several sheets and vacuum packed in Virginia. The pack was untouched until the day of the concert. Are you saying that guitar was... With cocoons this small, it would have been very easy to use your guitar as a mule to smuggle a cocoon out of Virginia. What? Which reminds me, Prosecutor Gavin, that guitar had some work done on it recently, right? Work? Good memory, Air Forehead. Well, you know how guitars have a round hole in the front? It is called the sound hole. Well, they found something attached to the wood just inside the hole. A broken device of some sort. A broken device? Yes, this, in fact. An igniter? Exactly. Consider this, if you will. What if that igniter wasn't the only thing that was attached inside your guitar? You mean... He means this, of course. There was a way to get a cocoon out of the country. They could use picky Prosecutor Gavin's privileged guitar as a mule. And who better to do that than someone with access, like a member of the band? Yark! Order. So the igniter was placed in there for a clear reason, it seems. It was a safety precaution. A precaution? Air Forehead. At last it all comes together. Every strange thing that happened that day. Care to review? Maestro, the gentle sounds of Lemura's ballad, if you would. First, my keys were stolen. A harmless misdemeanor, which forced me to break the lock on my guitar case. The key was stolen to retrieve the cocoon from the guitar. I see. But things didn't go so well. The smuggler wasn't counting on the guitar being wrapped. Only a member of the band could get near that case. Unwrapping the guitar would raise too many suspicions. Then the concert began. Right about this time, a very large problem presented itself to the smuggler. What's that? Mr. Latouche. Oh. Mr. Latouche, an undercover agent, was onto something. He would have known about the guitar. He'd only have to check the shipping records. So, Mr. Latouche tried to examine the guitar himself. If the cocoon were confiscated then, the gig would be up. The only thing left for the smuggler to do was to get rid of the whole lot. It's over. Press the switch now. The guitar burst into flames and the cocoon was lost. And then, Mr. Latouche died, with Lemura there to witness it. There's your case. Brilliant, man. Detective Crescent? I gotta know, you make all that up on the fly? For a made-up story, makes a great deal of sense, Darian. The Republic of Virginia? Sorry, man, but I haven't even been there. True, you haven't. Let's you make up a story for that, kid. How did I hide the cocoon in the first place, huh? It's not so hard to imagine. You had help. A Borginian accomplice. That's all. That you had an accomplice was clear from the start. The voice Lemira heard proves it. It's over. Press a switch, now. You made this transmission from backstage, while your co-conspirator was on stage. Oh, while your co-conspirator was on stage. But who was it? This is it. The coup de grace. And for once I know what I'm doing. There's only one person who could have helped him. Let's hear what Mr. Justice has to say, then. Is this gonna end, like, immediately? No. I feel like once Maki is brought in and it's proven that he was the accomplice, there's still gonna be a bit of a fight to prove that Darian was the killer. Which means it would probably take like another half hour or more to finish this case, so I need to quit here. This is definitely the most natural spot to end things. So what will happen next? Okay, so we'll bring Maki in. Well, maybe not even. Well, I guess it would be key to have Maki testify with proof about Darian contacting him to set up the smuggling? I don't know. Yeah, there's a possibility you might cross-examine Maki again, but I don't know. It could just be Maki saying his piece, and Lemira translating for him. It would be back to Darian. Either way, yeah, too much time it would take. Well, anyway, I see the end is in sight, so I think we might finish up this case next video, and I'm excited for that. In the meantime, I'm Zephyr the Jester. This has been Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you next time. So until then, take care.